How's it going, boys and girls, and welcome back to another Dakota Blue Exotics live stream. This one is going to be, well, I guess only a little bit different in the beginning of the video, and then later on we'll just get back to the regular stuff, because we have a giveaway announcement, finally, right? If you guys know, we did the little bit of the mini cage reveal, the Toxerium cage. I still hold very strongly that's how it's pronounced, a Toxerium mini cage reveal for our micro geckos, and the company was kind enough to actually offer up 2 enclosures to give away to one of you guys. We had the video, you guys commented, and then now we have the giveaway winners. So I'm going to give it just a couple of seconds, just so a little bit of people come on in here, and then we'll announce the winners, and I'm not really sure what happens after that, but we'll figure out what goes. And none of these things are ever scripted, boys and girls. I just fly off the top of my head. We no scripts here. We just do it whatever pops in my head and call it a day. We got a couple of people coming in the chat. We got Danielle B. How's it going, Danielle? Are you the one that Are you the one that breeds bearded dragons, or is this like a completely other person? That's the information that I need to know, because I thought you had a different handle, unless you're someone else. How much are hypo bearded dragons worth? Because I got one for $50. I have no idea. I'm not in the bearded dragon game. It seems like a fun game to get into, but then you look at the community around it, and by God, I mean, I thought the crested gecko community was bad, but I once thought about breeding bearded dragons, but then I really got to know the community for bearded dragon keepers and breeders, and it just, it wasn't for me. I'll just keep it at that. How's it going, Matthew? I didn't know you were doing a giveaway. Yeah, it was 3 videos ago. We were talking about it's a micro cage build. They were nice enough to do a giveaway, so we got 2 cages that we're giving away today from that video. Captain Rex, how's it going? Tombstone Reptiles, that's a cool name. Tombstone Reptiles, howdy. How's it going, man? I always wish I was more creative in creating a business name. I never was very, and every time I tried, I thought of a good one. It's already taken, so I figured my name was good enough, and we'll just keep it at that. How many more people? Okay, we have 14 people in here right now. We'll give it a couple more minutes. In the meantime, while we're waiting for a second, and by the way, this is going to remain up. It's not going to be, usually I put these live streams members, but just in case the winners aren't in here right now, we want to make sure that, just because they're not in here, didn't happen to be in here for right now, that they don't end up getting it. So we're going to keep this bad boy up for the first time in a while, so we'll have this live stream up just in case. Awesome. In the meantime, if you guys found any cool YouTube videos we want to have a little watch party with, let me know. YouTube's been a little dry, at least in my recommended feed, so I want to make sure at least we got like something interesting to watch. If we do end up having this for a little bit longer. Well, I gotta say, 3 minutes and 20 seconds. I think that's enough time. Let's just announce the winners, because I'm not gonna just stand here all day waiting for the people to come. Alright, so we got 2 winners. I've never done, I think I did like 1 giveaway years ago. But it's been a minute. I didn't really know how to do this. I don't have one of those fancy things, like some people have the little like spin the wheel you guys can do, or like the whatevers. I didn't know. I don't have any of that like cool technical ability to do that. So I thought of the best thing. I called my mom. And I said, Mom, go to this video and pick 2 people out of there, and I'm going to announce it. So I figured that's like as unbiased as you can get. My mother is not into reptiles. She doesn't know who any of you people are. So this has got to be the stupidest way to announce a winner. But by God, it is my way, and I'm going to own it. So we got 2 winners right now. Like I mentioned, 2 enclosures. There are the 8x8x12 mini cages, the white ones. First winner, I got it right here. First winner is going to be Virginia Festa 1091. Big round of applause, big W's in the chat for Virginia Festa 1091. And then our second winner of the night, the last winner for this absolutely incredible giveaway, is going to be Manda 31409. Again, Virginia Festa 1091. Manda 31409. Absolutely fantastic. Big round of applause for them. I just need you guys, if you guys are two of the winners that I just mentioned, either DM me on Instagram. That's the easiest way to get to me. If you don't have Instagram for some strange reason, shoot me an email. My email will be down in the description, as well as my Instagram handle. And then I can get you guys settled and probably, well, yeah, we can probably do it by this weekend. What day is it? Friday? Yeah. We'll get it squared away and we'll get those enclosures out to you. Absolutely fantastic. Yay. I don't know, man. I don't know how to do giveaways. It's always just a weird thing. But those are the winners. Thank you all for your generous comments. You guys had some. Like, I guess the issue is it's very hard to do like a variety of like what animal you put into it with those cage parameters. But a lot of morning geckos, which is cool because I'm just now getting into morning geckos, day geckos, and mostly some sort of peacock, neon day, morning, and then a lot of you said baby grow out cresty cages, which is very cool. Someone said a spider, which I thought was a cool one, but you know. Anyway, let's get back to the regular podcast. How was your Thanksgiving? It was alright. It was fine. I don't know. I don't really celebrate Thanksgiving. I went to go see my family. They're not like terribly far away from me, so I make the drive out every now and then. The only issue is they get just a little lazier after both children moved out, because we're now adults now, which is a very strange thing. But the weird thing is they just get a little lazier each year after that happens, and at this point there's barely any Thanksgiving dinner there. I think like the most Thanksgiving part is probably like mashed potatoes and gravy, but I think they did a pot roast this year. And my sister used to work at a Texas Roadhouse, so she's able to like finagle a bunch of them rolls like while they're still dough. So I had probably 17 rolls. It might be like a slight exaggeration, but it's not too far off the actual number. And then some pot roast. So it was what it was. It was all right. Golden orb weaver spider. That would be cool. Would that be it? I think that would be a fine enclosure for a golden orb weaver. Let's look, because I don't know much about the golden orb weaver. Now I'm getting small. I'm opening Google, and let's just go to like normal broadcast for this kind of thing. And then boom, let's check this out. Golden orb weaver. Give me 5 seconds. 1, 2, 2.5, 3, 4, 4.5, 5. Okay, cool. How big do they get? I mean, yeah, that's not that big. I think they are kind of big. I think it would be fine. Do spiders really need big enclosures? What is a spider gonna do? They just hang on their webs all day. Oh shit, hang on. That's a pretty fucking big golden orb weaver. That might not fit. I guess it depends on the, I am assuming there's, like, probably different subspecies. I know jack shit about true spiders. I barely know anything about tarantulas. So when we get into, like, real arachnids, real spiders, sorry, not real arachnids. I'm, very far between my knowledge of it. They're cool, though. I'd like to own one. I remember the first time I saw a golden orb weaver, it scared the living shit out of me, like I probably did to, everyone else that first saw a golden orb weaver. But I've recently learned you gotta enjoy. You can't be afraid. If you're owning reptiles, man, a thing that is like pretty much majority afraid of when it comes to the general population, I just feel like you're kind of a hypocrite if you're still scared of spiders but you own snakes and geckos, because you understand why that's stupid, and yet you still have the irrational fear. Because just like people are always getting bitten by copperheads and water moccasins, people are always getting bitten by black widows and brown recluses. But does that mean it's true? Most likely not. Nothing to be afraid of with spiders, so I got rid of that fear, and if I can do it, anyone can do it, because once again, I'm no one special. Cool. Is this taking down a bird? Hang on a second. Whoa, wait. Maybe I pulled the trigger a little too soon, boys and girls. These things actually might be dangerous. They're taking out birds? My God. Flying into the web of a giant gold overweaver spider, becoming stuck and spelled the end for this native finch. Now, finches are pretty small, but, holy shit. This thing took out a finch? That's crazy. We learned something new today. Thank you. Oh my god. Oh shit, free 2024 AI Trends Report? Let's do it. Who wants to put their email to get the free download? Like me? Oh shit. Listen. Slowly but surely, Casey, we are working your way up. We got you on jumping spiders now. And now you have, here's the, folks, here's the just absolutely mind-boggling thing with Casey. Casey is afraid of my tarantulas. Every time she comes down here, she'll immediately go. She hasn't done it recently, I'll give her credit. She hasn't done it recently, but before, like when I first started gathering a fairly good-sized collection, she would go over and each individually of the enclosure go, ew, ew. Okay, so we have that context in mind. This is what she got at the last expo. What are they called? Whipless. Excuse me. She got this nightmare and is like totally stoked for it. This fucking thing. It's a cool tattoo. So, whipless scorpions, totally fine. Absolutely awesome. But something like this? Oh my god. Couldn't do it. Not even once. It's a very strange phenomenon to me. I mean, they're fuzzy, dude. How could you hate a curly hair? Look at how fuzzy it is. Now, those fuzzies are itchy, but you know. you just gotta look past that, right? There's some cool ones out there, man. I don't know if I haven't really done my I haven't talked about my tarantulas in a while. I started with 2 versicolor slings, and I'm talking like straight slings, like nothing like this. We're talking like they were about a week old. Didn't make it. So then I went back to my buddy. I let him know. I was like, hey, you know, they didn't make it. And he was like, oh, no problem, man. Let me get you 2 more. Those also didn't make it. So I tried my luck at like week-old versicolor slings, and I just could not get them. The hard part, I couldn't get them to fucking eat. I tried like multiple different things, and they just wouldn't go. And I don't know what happened. I mean, we're talking like they were like microscopic, like this size probably, but this is using like a macroscope. Probably like this big. They were tiny, tiny little things. Big bummer. At the last show, got something cool that I forgot to talk about because I always forget to talk about stuff. I got a camel spider. I believe I got the northern camel. Yeah, I didn't get this one. I got the one with the predator mouth. Yeah, like this thing. That's not actual size. It's not actual size, unfortunately, but this is the little dude I got. I think he's pretty darn cool. They're very small. This is probably actual size. They're like maybe this big. I don't know how old it is, but it was for like $50, and I was like, shit. My buddy Jocelyn got one, and I was like, dude, that thing's cool. Mine's fuzzier. I need to get I want a good fuzzy picture of him. Yeah, like that. Well, no, wrong mouth. But this fuzzy. This is how fuzzy it is. Fuzzy little camel spider. Very excited for it. I've heard this species. I don't know much about these things. It might or might not have been an impulse buy. So I'm not like terribly educated in them, but we got the basics down. I've heard this species is a little bit harder to keep acclimated than whatever the other species is, but I think they're pretty cool. We'll do another YouTube video on them. I think I got a couple of new stuff too. I got the let's see, what else did I come across? I don't think you guys have seen my orange knee, which is pretty rad because you can't, I believe, I want to say importation stopped on the orange knees, so they're like kind of rare now. as far as like I don't really know. That's just what I've heard. But we got this little dude. These things are supposed to be kind of like rose hairs, curly hairs, kind of like that. Very docile. This guy's a fucking asshole. As soon as I open his enclosure, he fucking it's basically just like my Ephibophus. Rears up immediately, tries to bite. It's kind of funny. It's kicking. Is that the one that kicks? Don't quote me on that. But still kind of cool. It's pretty, you know. And it's different. I got it for free. Someone gave them to me because they were getting, I think they were downsizing. I think it was Jocelyn, actually. She gave it to me because she was downsizing her stuff. But they're rad. Just another little tarantula. Did I get anything else? This is the next thing I want is an OBT. I know OBTs are giant dicks, but, I mean, just look at that color, man. That is, I mean, that is pretty fucking cool. I want to get something with a little bit more color. Regalis is doing absolutely fantastic. Vittata Regalis. That's not how you spell it. Yeah, my Regalis is doing good, getting some size. Is that a Regalis? No. Vittata Ghost Ornamental. I can't fucking remember which is which. I want to say this is Vittata. Oh, yeah, I fucked up. It's it's P. Vittata and P. Regalis. Oh, man. What a blunder. Oh, guys, please don't rail me too hard in the chat for that one. Yeah, here we go. Yeah, I want to say it's like probably around this size. It's doing great. Recently, I found out... Did I ever tell this story? So we have P. regalis, which is the Indian ornamental, and then I believe P. vittata is the ghost ornamental. They're just two different subspecies. The only difference I can really tell is regalis has the yellow and the blue on the legs, whereas vittata does not have it. So they're kind of identical. We have 3 Vittata slings, which are actually starting to get kind of big, which is very exciting. I'm not going to keep all 3. I think my plan really is, because I got them from Kelly. So I'm going to grow them out a little bit, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to gift them back to Kelly, because that's kind of what you have to do. I'm probably going to gift him back, and then maybe he'll gift me some stuff. Who knows? But that's kind of the plan. I don't want to keep him. I don't want to breed him. I'm not really into tarantulas for the breeding aspect. I do that enough with the reptiles. Tarantulas are just like a little hobby of mine. Something I can go down, just de-stress, and look at a bunch of spiders. Oh shit, is there an echo? Hang on. Let me know if that fixes. Oh. Hang on. Ha, back in action. Fixed it. You guys thought I couldn't do it, but I figured it out. Oh, man. Rough day today. I don't hear one? Alright, cool. So there's no echo. I just tried to fix something that wasn't there, and I made it that much worse. Absolutely fantastic. Green bottle blues, we do. We have one. We have one GBB. I don't know the Latin for the GBB. Well, that's not what I want. Yeah, I got one of these. I'd say it's probably like... probably around this size. Like that one's actually pretty big. It's like in that awkward stage, like this. I would say it's this, because I bought it at around this size, but it's grown quite a bit. So it's still in that little like juvie stage. It hasn't gotten the full, like the stripes are still kind of there. But I'm really excited to get like a full adult. I want to say it's female, but I'm not 100% sure. Mainly because I don't check. It's whatever my hopes are, just because do females get bigger, right? I feel like with any tarantula, the females are always bigger and they live longer. But GBB, absolutely awesome, great web maker. I think it has one of the prettiest enclosures, just because I love when they make like really big webs, really intricate ones. I try to set its enclosure up just for that reason, because I wanted to build like a really cool web for it. The only issue I found is it makes its web anchor points on the top of the sliding acrylic. So when I slide it, I kind of mess it up, but I have to slide it because then I'm like, well, I can't like put food in there or change its water out or anything. So I kind of have to teach it to not do that. That would be that's the main mission right now. Unfortunately, it's not going very well, but hopefully soon he or she will figure it out. They're awesome little dudes. I think GBB was the first tarantula that I got. I just got like a little baby sling like that, and it's been cool. It's gotten over it. It's not like I wouldn't handle a GBB. I mean, I just really don't personally handle any of my tarantulas really. Maybe the curly hair, just because it's a curly hair, but nothing else really. I just like them for the display aspect. But really cool display tarantula. Awesome stuff. Moving on. Want to come to Florida and catch tokays? Shit, man. You want to pay for my plane ticket and then I will get down to Florida one day. I'm just like, this is a rough year, boys and girls. 2023, man. I mean, and again, it's not just me. The whole world is struggling, and the breeders, not just me, are struggling. But it's made this winter to be a pretty concerning winter, I would say. We'll see what happens. We'll rough it out. I mean, we'll always make it. We've come too far to just give up right now, but winter is definitely going to be tough, and then 2024 onward is going to get a hell of a lot better. I can hope, unless the economy crashes even further, then we're just kind of like all SOL. Any pumpkin patch? Is that a spider? Am I being trolled? Pumpkin patch. Oh no, it's a real thing. All right, all right. No, I didn't know. I didn't know it was a thing until today. Ugh, that's kind of weird looking, man. It's alright. It's alright. It's not as fuzzy. I like my tarantulas to be a little fuzzier. This gives me more like true spider vibes. You know what I'm saying? Want to come to Florida? Yeah, because the no crypto scam rule. I have no idea what the fuck you're talking about. Tarantula? They're alright. They're alright. I like them. Well, I guess, like, is the GBB fuzzy, man? I want to say it's a little fuzzy. This thing's fucking cool. What is this? I have no fucking idea. Alright. So I guess this is the part where we get in. I don't know. I don't think this live stream's gonna go on for very long, but we'll go for as long as we go. But it might be just a wrap up. Just had to make sure I get that giveaway out because I said it was coming out today, and I don't want to be a liar. So we are now. Oh. Yeah, because the no crypto scam rule. The economy knew. Yeah, man, unfortunately. You know what? Yeah, maybe I do gotta change that. You know, guys, I was wrong all along. Crypto's actually the biggest thing. I'll let you guys know next week what the next get-rich-quick scheme is for in sort of crypto. It's going to be no consequences, 100% safe. You just want to pump your money into that. I'll let you know as soon as someone sponsors me for it. As far as updates go, yeah, like I told you, sorry, I gotta remember like which videos are posted and which ones I'm still editing, and that gives you guys, it lets me know what context you guys have of what's going on here. So you guys saw the rack system. It works. It does not work very well, but it's there, and it gets the job done. Finally, we got to Home Depot, and we got some new materials, and I'm pretty sure, I'm not like 100% positive, but I'm pretty sure this'll do the thing, and we'll fix it, and it'll be good to go, and then we'll start building the second one, because, I mean, what is it, 11/24? Yeah, we've got like 1 month and a week or so. I pair right after New Year's Day, so I pair on the 2nd of January for the rest of the stuff that's breeding, but everything else is going. I just want it to be a little bit more streamlined, man. This thing, it's rough. You guys saw it in the video. It is, oh man. hopefully I can fix it and make it just a tiny bit better. What is it? Five-sided thing, bamboo, tarantula. I love the OBTs, man. There's just something about that orange. That is so nice. I don't know. I've never really... The king baboon. Sorry, I keep saying bamboo. The king baboon is awesome. Is there anything else that really sticks out? I think orange really does have to take the cake. I mean, that thing is just gorgeous. The blue's alright, but you have Metallica, you got Cobalts, like, I don't know. Especially, like, the baboons are just fucking assholes, man. They suck. They're just supposed to be pretty. Most of these aren't very pretty. This one's cool, an ornamental baboon. Kind of looks like a Vittata. Here's a little bit more of a crisp image that's definitely saturated, but it doesn't even look fucking real. His standing eyes just like... Just watch it crawling around. Those are cool. I don't know. I honestly, I think it's just got to be OBT for me. The rest, I could really leave it, but OBT is definitely something I want to add just for the color variation that it has. Oh, fuck, dude. That, you had to give me the Latin, didn't you? Okay. B-R-A-C-H-Y-P-L-E. Fuck. Y-P-E-L-M-A. Tarantula. I've seen them. The fire legs. Yeah, I've seen them on Kelly's table. I just feel like they kind of... It's too much. Like, it's the same reason, like, why do I want a Regalis and a Vittata? Because they're kind of like... It's kind of the same fucking thing, right? The only real difference you're seeing is one of them has yellow on it and kind of some blue on the tips, which is cooler, and Vittata's just white. I feel like it's the same with this. Like, the orange knee is a black tarantula with orange knees. The fire leg is a black tarantula with also red legs. It's just, I like the crazy colored shit. Like the Versicolors, Metallica. This is where my Latin kind of stops if I don't own them. Like, this thing's fucking cool. But even this one, this is kind of like, I mean, I don't know. Oh, that's because it is. I was like, this looks just like a P. regalis. That's interesting, but it's because they're literally both Pokies. That I did not know. What about cobalt blue? What is cobalt? We're learning so much about not reptiles today. Cobalt blue. Fuck. Probably should add tarantula to that. I mean, I think excuse me. One of the issues is, like, this is obviously super oversaturated. I mean, you can't get more, the saturation, the vibrance, the dude just went on them. I think this is more of a respectable photo that you can give to him. Even this is alright. If you're not tarantula, this is, like, more of what you're getting at. Yeah, completely different genus. Is it genus? So is Pokie the genus, and then, so, like, Pokie is the genus, and then Regalis is the species? Someone help me out on that. I'm just trying to figure out Latin and the families and stuff. I want to get a little smarter, right? Like, I know enough about genetics for the animals I work with to kind of hold my ground, but if I really want to get to that elite tier, egotistical, just looking down on everyone, arrogant breeder, I gotta know my Latin. You can't be that kind of person and not know your Latin. And you can't be bullied by that person if you do know the Latin. So that's really going to be my end-all, so I've really been trying to figure out a lot more about this stuff. But cobalt blue, definitely. I tried... maybe I don't know. Versicolors are kind of expensive, man. They're beautiful, but they're kind of expensive. And then like some of them turn out like, why is this just a? This is kind of, well, this is really oversaturated. You can always tell by like the foreground. Like, you ever see moss that yellow, man? That is that's pretty insane. It's hard to find like people that don't just fuck up the whole thing. I think this is pretty. Bro, what is this standing eye doing? He's just walking around the whole place. I think this is a good representative photo of it. Kind of purpley. Cool. I think it would look nice under some nice full spectrum lighting. This is another decent photo, I would say. I don't think it's super out, but again, they're using a lot of highlighting to pull that color out. You can see this dude's a little bit of a dick from that bare bum. Magotine pink toe. Yeah, Versicolors are cool. I haven't had good luck with those little babies. I don't know why I thought I could take care of a fucking baby. Like, I've just like cared for pretty much adults and juvies, and I was like, yeah, I'm an expert tarantula keeper. Give me any species and any age, and I'll care for it. That really humbled me down with those couple of Versicolors. What we got going on right here? What times of year do you breed Cressies and Gargoyles? I personally just breed everything in January when it comes to like New Caledonia. I like to just put them all, get it done with. Obviously, the egg-laying cycle is going to change or vary because depending on how many males I have on hand. I usually like to keep males with females until I get one fertile clutch. Then that male goes off, cools off for a week, and then he gets put into another female's enclosure, and I'll cycle that male anywhere around 1 to 4 times max before I call it. I don't like doing more than 4 pairings. I don't know. I mean, maybe you can push it. I personally, that's just my personal thing. Like, breeding with 4 different females is, it has to be a little bit taxing. I mean, we all love to do it, but that many times, man, month after month for 4 different ladies? Jesus. I mean, he's either living it up or he's having a tough time. We don't know because we don't speak gecko. But I like to do 4, so the egg-laying cycling will just vary depending on which girl gets the male first. Andy, whose gargoyle geckos I have, he pairs in November, which you guys saw. So he does his a little bit earlier, and I wanted to keep with that cycle because that's what they're used to. So we got some gargoyles going now, and then all my new cal is going in January, and then the tokays are already going right now. I'll probably just pair the caves with the Cressies. I don't know. I don't believe caves have a cycle, but I mean, fuck, dude, I could be wrong. Don't quote me on that. But we'll just throw the caves together. They'll be good by January. Well, they're good now, but I don't know why I'm waiting. I'll wait for them for January. And then February, we got the Urodactylotes will be good enough to start pairing. And morning geckos just do what morning geckos do. There's not really much to do with them. But it'll all be good. The bulk of the stuff will be all paired in January. It'll just be like a crazy January year for us. Blah, blah, blah. How much the plane ticket? Maybe one day, depending on price. I love your animals. Oh, I appreciate that. We'll get down to Florida. We gotta. I mean, I don't think it's like. I think it'd be a pretty distinct possibility that we could make it down to Florida in 2024. Because I know I got a bunch of people that I was supposed to go see, and then it just became fucking. If it was like one thing after another, and then it kind of, well, shit kind of hit the fan for me. As you guys know, for just a little bit, shit kind of hit the fan, and now we're just fucking restarting and kind of getting back on track. But as long as the year, as far as like selling babies goes very well, I think it's a pretty distinct possibility that we'll make it down to Florida at some point in 2024. Hopefully not like when it's super hot. I'd like to shoot for spring, but it all depends. Well, there's definitely a few things to consider, but I think it'd be a distinct possibility, I'll say. These look like they have short legs for some reason. That was a color. Yes, I do believe Pokey is a genius. Could be wrong. That's what I'm saying. That's what I believe too. T. Celedonia. All right. T. Celadonia. Oh, so are these versicolors? Or are they different? They might be. They're actually different. I've heard of these. These are also cool. This is actually, I want to say... Fuck. KF invertebrates. Does he not have his banner? Yeah. Yeah, that's his little banner tarantula dude. Jesus fucking Christ, Kelly. Oh yeah, I went to this show. I remember all those. That's actually where I picked up most of my tarantulas that day. I looked it up. Genus comes first. Genus comes after family before species. Ah, fuck, man. Science, you know? You get your GED and all of a sudden you're expected to know all this shit. Unbelievable. The education system failed me, and I take no responsibility for that. Hopefully you get some tokays in 2024. Definitely will be looking to get one. Well, I will just say, I think it's been long enough. We can make an announcement. There's only like 13 people in here. Well, you guys always get the inside scoops. I always say there's not that many people in here. It'll be fine. We did actually, we're getting some Tokay gecko eggs right now. Patreon members always know about it. They always get the first update with what's going on. So far, we got a reduced pattern clutch and a green galaxy clutch of eggs, which is very exciting. So we already got 2 girls that are now cycling and laying for me. I'm pretty sure the granite pairing's going to go pretty soon, just because they're starting to hang out in the same tube together, so they're getting used to each other. Platinum het platinum. I knew that one was going to be a very tough one, so we'll see. I don't expect eggs in this year, but maybe in 2024. And then our big red to that weird light-colored girl is, they're doing well together. They might have laid a clutch. I need to go check. I just, No, wait, I made a YouTube video about this. You guys just aren't watching the channel. You're messing with me. This was my last YouTube video. It literally states, I just talked about this. Yeah. So no, I'm not stepping on any toes because I already made the video for it. You guys just aren't watching the channel enough. That's the issue. I got the AnimalCon invite for 2023. I was supposed to go, but after the move, it literally, because AnimalCon was in September, and I moved in July, like mid to late July. So it was just, the move, like, fucked me, you know, there's money with all the expenses that had to go into it. It messed up all my female cycling, so I lost out on a lot of potential of eggs. And I had to tell Brian straight up, I was like, I don't have the money. I don't have enough money to even get it there, let alone hotel, renting a car, everything that goes into that. So I had to bail. Definitely, Brian already gave me the invite, like, at the beginning of 2023, but maybe next year we can get down there. It seemed to be a lot cooler this year. There was, like, exotic animals, anteaters, and cat bears, and crazy stuff like that. So yeah, I'd really like to get down there. Maybe that's what I'll do. I'll just do an all-in-one thing where I'll just, like, spend a week or 2 in Florida and just go to AnimalCon and then, like, go visit Chandler, Tyler, other Florida people. Well, I don't know. I go to Nerd now, so maybe Chandler doesn't like me. Well, I'm sure he's still fine. We still talk, so I wouldn't think so. Why did I act surprised? I know you got some. Oh, I thought these were new ones. Yeah, no. We're talking about those 2 very first clutches. Nothing new yet, but I mean, I think those eggs are like 3 or 4 days old, so I wouldn't expect anything new to happen here super soon. But I think that's all the updates. You know, we just did a live stream. I like that this has it. Oh, you guys can't see it. It has, like, sections. Let me move myself down. So you see, like, reptiles, sales, live. It has, like, all of this cool stuff. That's pretty rad. So now we can just go to straight reptile content. Excuse me. But I think honestly, that's got to be all the updates. We don't really have. Yeah, we just did a live stream like not that long ago. You know, it's not like a bunch of shit's gonna change within a couple of weeks. So, what time is it? How long have we been streaming? Give me 1 second. Oh no, it shows me here, not there. I mean, 40 minutes. Well, I'll watch one video with you guys. I don't know. Days feels like an off day, not a day I want to spend 4 hours streaming. We'll do another stream, you know, later on, whenever. So what should we watch? I got a couple of good ones. I mean, I guess I haven't really looked yet, but we'll see. How's it going, Philippe? I want to say it's Philippe because Flip would be I don't know if it'd be very strange. How to build and manage reptile online sales. Shit, I guess I need this because shit ain't selling right now, unfortunately. Even the BH King can't solve that one. Fucking ball pythons, man, am I right? Alright, we got tikis. This is something I'd be interested in. What? I never watched the Kevin Tokay Gecko video, which I feel like is a little blasphemous. I found a pet store dumpster filled with aquarium fish. People are fucking weird, man. You know what? Let's do the Tikis, because I know Tiki has a bunch of cool stuff. I haven't watched a Tiki's video. Tiki's Gecko.
At Chewy, the holiday savings never end. Buy 2 and get the 3rd free on thousands of products. Like bed.
We work with hundreds of different species of reptiles, and today we're giving you a tour of the miscellaneous shed. What you got there?
Let me know, too loud,
right
too quiet.
Here, I got the Hypo IMG Het T-positive VPI albino red tail boa. This girl's actually one of our grow outs. Hopefully in a year or two, she'll be breeding and make plenty of cool babies. But this is probably my favorite.
I forgot about those videos. I don't think that guy's made a video in like a little bit. Yo, Tiki's is about to hit 100K, man. 3,000 subs off. That's fucking awesome, dude. Big, hey, they have 50% off today. Hey, everyone in the fucking world has 50% off today, including this really cool guy. This really cool breeder that I know, Dakota Blue Exotics, dakotablueexotics.com, where we have 50% off all of our geckos, if they'll ever go. Look at all those marked down prices. There's not much left. It's just, we have one gargoyle available, and then the rest are crested. If you guys want a hell of a deal on a crested gecko, because, my god, I never thought I'd be selling the lily whites for this price. That is... I expected to be selling my lilies for like $300 to $500, and then the world kind of went to shit. But go to Morph Markets.
Favorite snake in here. That IMG gene is just gonna have her pick up more and more black as she gets older.
IMG stands for increased melanin gene. Definitely my favorite snake here too. Maybe with one.
I don't think I advertised it here, but I advertised it on Instagram.
We keep, you know, all sorts of different species that are not blue-tongued skinks or New Caledonian geckos, and that's what we want to show you. That's our favorite snake here, but one of my favorite lizards here are these Uromastyx. Now we have both ornate Uromastyx and we have the Egyptian Uromastyx.
Oh, the Egyptians
now, the
are
ornates,
cool.
in my opinion, are the best colored Uromastyx ever. They just have a bunch of aqua greens, blues, but the Egyptians are the largest species of Uromastyx ever. If you ever seen that video, that clip that I had posted on our Instagram with
just send that bad boy out. All right, back to the video.
Manny's holding that big Uromastyx. That's one of these guys. And these are just juveniles, and they're growing so quick. Guys, these things don't look like much, but when you hold a giant adult Egyptian Uromastyx...
You know what? I take that back. Egyptians are fucking cool. I didn't know they got that big. That's like Savannah monitor size, right? That's
really
awesome.
Very impressive. Now take a look at these guys here. These are the ornate Uromastyx, and as you can see, all these guys here, all these Uromastyx I'm showing are captive, born, and bred, and they are puppy dog tame. Look at this one coming up to me right now. It's probably trying to eat. That's why it's coming up to me. There's such a huge difference between captive bred Uromastyx and wild caught or field collected Uromastyx, because the ones that are imported for whatever reason tend to crash very quickly. But these guys are so awesome.
So let me give you guys. I want to give you guys the rundown of what the game plan is over here. Now, I do want to start getting into more variety for the most part. We got the new Cal game is. I mean, it's all. We can get some more lychees. As far as chewies go, I don't think that's a project I'm really gonna expand on. It's just more work and pain in the ass than what the animal is worth, in my opinion. We have a male that I'm holding back and a female that I'm holding back. Excuse me. I'm sorry, I drink Coke and then I burp. It just is what it is. You guys gotta deal with it. So I'll probably get the respective gender for each one of those holdbacks, and we'll just leave it at a 3.3 group and just call it a day with the chewies. I'll probably expand more into lychees as the days go on. I can't really see myself going any further with cresties. I can't really see myself. I mean, we have so many gargoyles now. We'll always do like holdbacks, and we'll get new blood in and do some trades just to keep the lineage and that gene pool fresh. But as far as like, I don't know. I think I'm at a good point. I don't want to dive too hard into cresties. This is a very good reason why. I'm glad I have a pretty still okay diversity with my animals. You know, we aren't just doing cresties. We have quite a few other species that we're working with. Because I see some of these fucking cresty guys that went all in on cresties, and they're doing like 400 or 500 babies and just crested geckos. They're fucking hurting right now. I mean, there are dudes out there, they're selling lily whites for like $70 just because they need these animals to move, which is, you know, it kind of is what it is. So I'm glad I do have the diversity I have, but I do want to get to somewhere like Tiki's geckos, where he has a very solid, and he built himself on geckos, but it's a lot more than that point. What those animals are, I haven't exactly decided yet. There's definitely some big contenders that I've been looking into. But the only issue is first things first, we got to find a bigger facility, whether it is a bigger house or just an off-location facility or some sort of pet store, whatever really, you know, comes. We don't know what the future holds, but those are all things that I'm taking into consideration. But I do want to end up, that's why I like watching these big videos with like mostly like pet stores and like large breeders like Tiki's, because I like getting an idea of like what is something I'd be like, you know what? I don't think I do Uromastyx. They're definitely cool. I don't think it'd be something I'm super interested in, but I like watching these videos for that reason.
Looking cute too.
We are still going to be expanding on more micro geckos as well, because they don't take up too much space. But as far as like lizards, you see how big those AP cages are. I can't do that here. We are, boys, we are out of room when it's. I filled this bitch up in less than a year. God damn it. Yeah, it is. Next things, we'll probably try to fix this space right here, and we can start throwing up some rack systems on this table. But we are running out of room. I don't know, maybe the desktop, maybe the streaming area will have to go just to put more reptile enclosures in.
Now, at this size, we can't really tell the difference between males and females. Typically, the males hold better color than the females. While Manny shows you something over there, I'm going to see if I can pick out the male.
Well, one of my favorite things in this room is these red-throated Kyrgyzstanicus lacerta, a very rare species of lacerta.
We'll let you know, Mythos Exotics, because you are in the Dakota Blue Exotics credit tier. All the money that you're spending right now goes into a credit line, so you're gonna get a pretty damn good discount, because it'll probably be Lychees, I mean, fingers crossed everything goes right. This is with that context in mind or that perception in mind. But lychees will probably hatch out like April-ish, April, May, and then Urodactylotes probably like summertime. But at that point, I mean, especially with Urodactylotes, I mean, you might be able to just, give those credits and get a free Urodactylotes at that point, because I don't think the Urodactylotes will be too expensive. Lychees, that's another story, but you'll still get like a massively, instead of paying $700-800 for a lychee, you'd probably end up only paying like $400 with that credit tier. Make sure to go check that out. DBCB Exotics, or patreon.com/DBCB Link is in the description. It's a very cool program. We're actually adding a bunch of new features on Patreon now that they have the little chat bubbles up. So we're going to be doing, Mythos Exotics is actually going to be a part of that tier. We're going to be doing some more business talk, more about like either if you want to create, trying to like really get into the social media game, or really getting into breeding reptiles for a business. We're going to get a lot more into like deep conversations about that. If that's something you're interested in, check that tier out. It's a very awesome thing to be a part of.
One that we recently brought in from Europe, very cool, and you can see very bold animals, just like a lot of Lacerdas out there. They'll hang out, they could even be worked with, but you do gotta be slow with them. But incredible animals, and they make great pets.
This is a female ornate Uromastyx.
If any of you guys are interested in Lacerdas, give me 1 second. I want to give a little shout out to my boy. Make sure this is the right one. Yeah. If you guys like Lacerdas, my buddy Logan, who he's the first one that made, or not the first one that made, but he's the first one that captive bred Diablo in the United States. So this is a year update on one of his babies. Really fucking cool. We're in talks of doing some co-projects with Diablo. I don't know if it'll happen this season, but maybe next season. But he also has started getting into Lacerdas. So I don't know when he's breeding them, but definitely go give him a follow if you guys like Lacerdas, because he has some really nice ones. He's very excited for it, for the project. He just bought like a bunch of these giant enclosures. I don't know if he's shown them off. It doesn't look like he has, but yeah, here's a little picture of a baby. Those are reduced. Those are those little baby Diablos. Cool stuff, man. Oh, here's a little red stripe, it looks like. Yeah. Oh no, this is Het Diablo, but it also looks like maybe it could be considered high. High red is so fucking confusing. I think high red is kind of a dumb thing. I don't know. I think it's I don't know much about it, but it seems like people really nitpick what a high red is considered versus like this is what would be considered a super red. Now this animal is fired down, obviously, but we're getting into like so many different classifications now, like what makes a super versus a high versus a normal. It's a little ridiculous. So produced by a great friend of mine from Super Red times Pied pairing. Oh, that's cool. So this one is potentially het pied, pos het, you would say. That's cool. I haven't seen too much about this. Oh, hey, one of my buddies is in here. I know you're in the chat every now and then. Anyway, sorry. Back to the show.
Size, this is what they'll look like. Now, the females don't have as much coloration as the males.
You ever sell normal tokays? Yeah, so we only have one normal pairing. Well, one pairing that's just like normal geckos. One's just like a gigantic male. But all of our other stuff too, like we sell like pos het granites, and then we'll sell like reduced patterns, I'd say a co-dominant morph, because we haven't proved out a super form of reduced. So with it being co-dominant, it's 50-50, and like whatever isn't reduced is going to be a normal. So we do sell normal tokays. We'll probably have a pretty big bunch ready for 2024.
Males, you can see she's still very bright with some yellows and some oranges and stuff. You're gonna wait and see how the male looks, and your jaw's gonna drop and hit the ground. Now this girl, obviously they're a little dusty because they have, sand and rocks and everything in their enclosure that kind of keeps them not looking their sharpest. But the male is just absolutely insane. And wait until you see this guy here. We don't really handle them that much. They're kind of like our pets. We have them here to try to breed them, but we haven't been able to breed these guys yet. But look at the colors on this male.
The
The
ornaments
males
are
just
rad.
pop out, and when he pops a fresh shed, it's just like insane. Especially if I were to wipe down his body with like a moist paper towel or something so you could really see his colors, you would not be able to believe how bright he is.
Dang.
But I mean, check that out. This is definitely one of the most beautiful lizards in the world. So if you don't like Uromastyx, wait until you see these skinks. These are called Canyon zebra skinks, and they are very, very bold. For whatever reason, they love to bite me. But check out this female here. She is pretty sweet. You could see why they call them zebra skinks, and she definitely wants to get me. This is the female. The females have like that very banded look or zebra-like look. The males are more... Where's the male, by the way? The males are definitely a little bit different. He has more reds, and he has like a black head.
Oh,
and this girl just... She's so smart. Look at this. Hey, girl. Look at the male coming in the back. Look at the male. Hey, guy. Oh, crap. He got scared. And I got scared, too.
Dude, look at the male. Check out this male. Everyone tells me, a couple people have said like skinks are being the next thing. I should get into like emerald skinks and stuff like that, and zebras. Someone mentioned, but
I don't want to get bit by this guy.
they look pretty cool. I mean, they look pretty feisty.
But let's see
You
if I
know,
can get her to come
I'm
out
always into the feisty stuff.
and not get bit. You see how she knows not to bite the stick, but she won't hesitate to bite me? I don't know why that is. I'm your friend. I'm your friend. Oh, yo, buddy over here, things came out hot. But you can see the coloration difference. So this is a sexually dimorphic species. Anyways, I don't feel like getting bit today, so let's go look at the juveniles. Oh, she got me. She got me as I was closing the cage. All right, let's go look at the juveniles. They're pretty cool because even at that size, at a juvenile size, they're not shy whatsoever. Look at them all just hanging out right here. They just like kind of like all come out. I could get this close. It's a juvenile, tiny little juvenile lizard, and they're, you know, pretty sweet to me. I could almost touch it and it's okay. See? This one here.
Damn, he just got bit. That must be, that's fresh.
Yeah.
That might have literally happened today.
Yeah, that's fresh. So we're gonna have to separate this one. You can see it got an injured little arm from one of its mates there. So we're gonna separate this little one. They make great pets once you can tame them down. Usually they don't bite like that bigger female over there. But if you work with them from this size, they make really, really cool pets. This little dude though, we're gonna put him in a different enclosure so he doesn't keep getting bit. But you can see like that's like a fresh wound right there. Basically just got bit like probably a couple minutes ago. I'm gonna put him in this deli cup for now. Let's not drop him. Hopefully not making his injuries.
Kudos for him for keeping on the video instead of just editing it out.
This one over here, let's see. Let's see if they'll let me handle him.
Have you ever shaved balls on camera?
Shaved?
I'm shaving you, baby.
Yo, what?
Wow.
Yo, this
Introducing
is a
the
family Christian channel.
Most
Jesus.
lizards don't like when you grip them. That's why I'm trying to go underneath them like this and let him climb on me. Because if I grip him, then he's definitely not gonna like
Oh, I'm guessing the zebra skinks are not, but... Oh, maybe I must have been wrong.
that. But check that out. A juvenile lizard that lets you do this, it's pretty tame, you know. Most lizards are gonna be very skittish at this size. Absolutely love these for that reason. Let's put them back. Let's see what Manny got there.
I think we struck some gold here. These are baby Abronia graminia, also known as arboreal Mexican
I really like the Abronias.
These are one of my personal and David's personal favorite lizards in the entire world. Absolutely gorgeous animals. And as these mature, their whole body's gonna be covered with a bright emerald green coloration. You can see some of that already starting to come up on his head.
Yeah, the
Such a
emeralds
smart
are-
species of lizards.
That's pretty
and
rad.
One of my personal faves.
All right, guys. And if lizards aren't your thing, then we also keep some baby tortoises in here. This is a baby yellow-footed tortoise. Now, the red-footed tortoises are more common than these guys, but you could see these
gonna
are
say, I've
so
never heard of a
stinky
yellow-foot
cute, just
tortoise.
drinking water there. The clear difference is that these guys, instead of those orange or red spots that you see on their feet for the redfoots, these will have yellow foots. our
Wow.
yellow spots. Let me put this little one back. He was drinking. He was soaking up in the water there. They're so cute. I love these tortoises. They're very, very social, especially when they get older. They're not shy whatsoever. They like to come out and just like hang out with you. They'll eat fruits right off your hands. They're not shy. You can start petting them on the head, and I just love them. One of my favorite species here that we keep is going to be the Japanese cave geckos.
Yeah.
Now these here are going to be the Yamanashi. I know I butchered that, but look at how awesome these Japanese cave geckos are. We have actually done a video on these in the past, but I will always show them whenever I get the opportunity. Now, this female actually looks very gravid, as you can see, and I move slow because they're kind of skittish. She's being good right now, but they are very, very, you know, secretive, cool lizards. They like to be in cooler temperatures. They like to be hiding all the time. That's why we have them in this type of rack system, and now they're freaking out. But my favorite species of Japanese cave gecko is going to be the Orientalis. That is the traditional Japanese cave gecko. Let's see if we find them here. Oh, my boy here is shedding. And we actually just got eggs from this pair not too long ago. Let's see if I could find the girl. Maybe she's not shedding. Or maybe that was the girl and this is the boy. Yeah, this is the boy. All right, let me get him out. Oh,
Shit.
all right, relax, relax.
Yeah,
how
look at
beautiful
that
this
color,
animal is.
man.
They're so stinking cute, and the red eyes on these things are just amazing. But I absolutely love these guys.
I do. Once
Even
I get
when they're
back,
small, they're just so striking.
I did
They're like pure
damn it.
black
Once I do,
and orange.
there we go. Once I get back into the cave gecko, because I did it before a couple years back, and now I'm just getting back into the rhythm of it. But once we start getting some Chinese cave gecko eggs, I will be getting some Japanese as well. But like I mentioned, for now we're gonna stick with the gecko game. Just again adding some more variety into our gecko game, and then also we have a couple of females. I think I have a new strategy. I have a new strategy for breeding my Tokay geckos, and it's going to be a lot more different than I've kind of treated it like a New Caledonian breeding program, where one male goes with one female, gets me some eggs, cool the male off into the next female. Excuse me. I don't think that's how I'm going to do it anymore. I think we're going to start going, whatever's paired and whatever bonds successfully, that is the pair. And until I see a need to intervene, whether that a female is crashing or there is a clear fighting ensuing, I will not separate and I will keep them together until any of those things start indicating. Now, I mean, we are really... my food bill has like skyrocketed with these guys because we're probably putting in like 100+ crickets of feeding with each enclosure just to make sure they're all getting their fill. And then pretty much a lot of people ask me, well, how many crickets do you feed with what days? I don't really track that. I just dump a shit ton of crickets in there, and as soon as I see those crickets have kind of disappeared, they get another dump. And that's kind of what I've been doing. It's been doing great. They're fattening up really nicely. But I think that's how we're going to do it now, and what that means is we have Oddball and another female Tokay. We also have Bert that can make a pair as well. With Bert being 100% het patternless, I think we're either going to purchase either a female patternless or another het patternless. There's like one person that says echo, and then someone says it's fine, and then another person says, hang on. All right. There is an issue. I figured it out. Here's what we're going to do. Oh, will that work? Hang on. Testing. 1, 2, 3. Testing. How does that sound? Testing. 1, 2, 3. Testing. You know what? It sounds good enough. All right, we'll just do it with the. This thing is giving me a fucking problem every goddamn day. I'll have to. I don't know what the fuck's going on with it. Worst purchase I have ever made. I lost my train of thought. Someone help me. Someone help remind me what I'm talking about. Yeah, it's echoing for me. I think that would work great. Thanks. I have high hopes for a little family. Blah, blah, blah. Much better, much better. All right, yeah, we'll just do it with the head. Maybe I'll just fucking fuck the microphone. I mean, I do streams so rarely. Do I really need high-def audio and video? I'm still just using a webcam from, like, 2019. So I think it's just fine. I lost my train of thought. Oh, thank you so much. I remembered now. Appreciate that. So yeah, we'll probably do a patternless or a het patternless female for Bert. I have a normal girl, which I'll probably do. Well, I'm not 100% sure what I'm gonna do with that one. Some sort of morph. I just don't know what morph yet, but we're not gonna do normal pairings. We're gonna at least have some sort of genetics playing at work. And then oddball, I don't know what oddball will get. Maybe she'll get blue granite just because I think it's cool, and I think it would be cool to do oddball to blue granite. But we'll see what happens. But enough of that. But that's kind of, we're going to have to fill those slots for the tokay geckos. We're definitely going to do some Japanese caves. I still have a few more stuff. Male standing eye, which I might already have. That's to be determined. We might ship out and do a trade. Not 100% sure yet. Female lineatus, I might have found someone that has a female for me. And then male Halmahera gecko, which if everyone, I might just do an import and quarantine and acclimate it, because everyone who has a captive bred male, they want like $250, $300 for it. I'm like, I paid like $60 for these, dude. And like, we're in an economic down spiral, and like the economy has crashed. People are selling lily whites for $70, and these guys are like, oh yeah, you want a male Halmahera? $300 plus shipping. I'm like, go fuck yourself. I'm gonna go get an import for $15 and just acclimate it, dude. Jesus Christ. $300 for some Halmahera geckos, dude? That's a little much. Like, my tokay geckos, I'm selling those, and you know, they're pretty niche. I'd say tokays and Halmaheras are they're both in that little niche category. I mean, the tokay geckos, capped with like second, third, fourth generation captive bred, I'm selling for like $175. But yeah, that's a little crazy. Halmaheras, it's not a project that I'm like, I need to do it now. I need to spend $300 to get it off the ground. Like, I'll wait till I find a good priced Halmahera. And if that just doesn't happen, then I guess I just have some Halmahera girls that are pets. It's not something that I'm like super excited about. And I've been reading, the eggs themselves take like 7 months to hatch. So we'll see what happens with the Halmahera geckos. But that's just a couple of things to expect around the 2024 year. As again, with the presumption. I got it. With the assumption that stuff starts selling. That's kind of like, that's what we're looking at building in for 2024, the year. I'm hoping to get some Pictus geckos soon and vend up my first expo with that breeding project, along with Kretzes, of course. Pictus geckos do pretty good. I'd like to get into like some Vipers and Pictus. I think they're pretty rad. Someone was talking about me about Pictus geckos. I just I can't remember who, but we'll see.
Range, the contrast on them is just.
Oh wait, how's that gonna work? Hang on. I gotta figure out the sound now.
Absolutely insane. But this is definitely.
Are you guys can hear it? We're good?
Of cave geckos. One of the rarer species of geckos that we work with here. I absolutely love these guys, man. Take a look at the female. The female's a little bit bigger. She also looks very plump. And I'm hoping that she'll lay another clutch for us here pretty soon. But we keep them just like this. Moss to keep the humidity in. And a couple like cork barks for them to hide under. Some visual barriers, a water bowl, and crickets.
That's smart. I might switch to doing sphagnum moss for my pairs. I'm using I just use topsoil and I just keep it wet, but it's kind of annoying. And then like the fucking fungus gnats, dude, the fungus gnats love the wet dirt. So although they'll probably love the moss just as much, but I like that moss idea. I might do that when I put them in their breeding enclosure. Right now they're just in separate enclosures, but once they get in their little breeding one, which is actually pretty much the same size as this one, this enclosure you're seeing, I'll probably put some sphagnum, get it really nice and humid for them.
How cool is that? All right, and since we're already here, I want to show you guys these baby, well, they're not babies anymore, they're juveniles. These juvenile jeweled lacerdas. Now, we have done a jeweled lacerda video in the past, but we haven't showed babies. Look how cute these guys are. They're all hard to sex at this size. It's pretty much impossible to sex, but look at...
Hey, yo, what's he doing?
Blue, you know, dots on their side. There's one in the middle basking over there that's a melanistic. This is like one of the hardiest lizards that you could get. These guys come from Europe, you know, parts of Spain and Italy. They'll tolerate temperatures down into freezing point, basically. They're really good at just digging underneath and brumating if they need to, but
Yeah, I do that for most of like all my new cow geckos. I just leave their lay box as just sphagnum moss, and I keep it moist. I'll keep it humid throughout the year, because if it's not being used for laying, I've noticed even the males will use it as a humid hide as well.
They can tolerate all sorts of temperatures.
Oh, throw some springtails in. That's a good tip. I'll actually do that. Thanks.
We have the pothos a little bit overgrowing here, but they seem to love it. Very neat little lizards here.
Here I have everybody's favorite communal lizard. This is a Gidgee skink. These guys come all the way from Australia. They actually live in family groups in the wild, and we do try to imitate that here in captivity. There usually is like one male with a couple females. They all usually get along very, very good. These are cool omnivorous animals. They'll eat any kind of insect you'll throw.
Interesting B-roll tactic to be like, I don't think I would do it, but I like it. It's a subtle way. You're still getting that B-roll effect, but then you're also getting that like cross promotion to like, hey, we have Instagram. You can see these cool reels on our Instagram page. It's interesting. I dig it. It's different from that traditional, you know, like I do, this regular B-roll. I like it. You keep it moist always.
At them, but they also love veggies. They'll eat any of these leafy greens, hibiscus, flowers, anything like that. They'll absolutely destroy it. Another cool thing about these skinks is that they are live bearing skinks. So you'll see one of the females just start getting thicker and thicker, and then just one day a bunch of shy little babies everywhere. Not always the friendliest. They won't ever try to come at you or anything. They'll let you hand feed them, but just like the jewel lacerda, just like some of those other animals, if you try to grab them, generally they'll turn the other way. But very smart, very inquisitive animals.
All right, guys, check this out. This is a little hognose snake, and this little danger noodle wants a piece of my finger because it thinks it's about to eat. But the cool thing about these snakes,
danger noodle, man,
are rare fang venomous. It's not gonna kill me or anything, but if it got to bite me and I'm allergic to bees, at least that's what I've always heard, is that it could be an issue. But look how beautiful this snake is. Once you get them out, they're pretty chill, I think. We'll see if it's we'll see if it's gonna.
No, I wouldn't say big. I have my springtails in a shoebox quart charcoal, and then a fine layer of water on the bottom, just to make sure you're keeping at that like giant humidity percentage that they like. But not a huge colony. I take them to shows, and I'll probably only take like 1 or 2 little cups to sell. So it's not super big. I imagine by the end of this year into next year, it'll be a much bigger quantity. Isopods are another thing I'm kind of getting into. We've been selling at shows. We've got like, started taking the dairy cows, the oranges, and the zebras. But we're starting to get some pretty good colonies going. So I think next year we'll definitely have a lot more isopods to be selling.
Bite me or not, but definitely one of the most beautiful looking snakes in the world, the Western hognose snake. And you can actually find these guys in parts of the United States.
The most beautiful snake in the world? Has he not seen the bush viper?
I'm gonna,
that's a disagreement with me. I'm gonna have to disagree. I do not think hognose are the most beautiful. I apologize.
Beautiful looking snake. There's so many new mutations coming out with these, and so many more, that it's just something that we love to have here, because when we do, just a pleasure to look at.
Guys, what I have in my hand is the coolest frog in the world. This is a Vietnamese mini mossy frog.
Those are cool
There it goes.
frogs.
There it goes. This is one of the coolest frogs in the world. Just look at that camouflage that they have. Absolutely, like if this thing was there it is. If this thing was on the log with some moss, you'll never find this animal. Sometimes I lose them in the enclosure itself, but look how cool they are. This is a nice little sub-adult. They're not gonna get much bigger than this. These are not the large ones as I mentioned. These are the mini mossy frogs. Look at that catch. I'm an athlete. Super cool. We keep them in a semi-aquarium.
I don't know, man. For me, oh, is it the Boega, man? I mean, that's hard to beat. White lips, rainbow. There's the list gets a little longer each time. I think I'm being biased with Boega. I like Dendro actually, not Melanota. So Dendro. Yeah, I mean, oh, the blue marble variant? Fuck, I didn't even think about that. There's T negative, I believe. Oh, maybe not. Oh, it's art. I mean, come on. Just look at that. Hognose or this? Yeah, you just... I don't know, man. I just sold about half my isopod colonies off, kept my faves, like my magic potions, giant canyons. Hoffmans are so fun. That was not a pretty snake. It was a fine snake, okay? It's not an ugly snake, but most beautiful. That's a pretty high regard, I would say, personally.
Aquatic enclosure. We like to use Indian almond leaves in the water and just put a bunch.
Base snake or morph? Oh man. It's the fat face. Yeah, I don't know. It's definitely gonna be two different categories if we're talking a morphed snake or just the regular natural stuff they have. Between those two snakes, you were telling me fucking Boega are ugly, bro? Are you kidding me? Look at this thing. Okay, maybe not that picture. Bro, you were telling me that you think a hognose, not cutesy wootsy, not adorable. We're talking about the beauty, right? I mean, the hunterflower is also a very beautiful snake. Oh, what's the other one? Fuck. Something rat snake. It starts with an M. Hang on. Oh, what the fuck is that snake, dude? It's gonna drive me crazy now. Okay, this will take me forever. Let's go with rare. Beauty snakes. Rhinos, really cool. What the fuck is that snake? Hera. This thing. What is this? Mandarin. Yes. Thank you so much. Thank you. I'm looking at macaque monkeys. I mean, come on. Mandarins? I'd like to get into, like, doing some rare rat snakes. I mean, look at that. Okay, new one. Mandarin? Insularas are awesome. I feel like we're cheating a little bit when we get into venomous because the venomous are just... Well, then again, hognose are rear-fanged, technically. Well, of course, so is Boega, so... I don't know. Okay, so Mandarin or the... flower rat snake. Ah, man, I think my vote's actually gonna be with mandarins. I mean, the head to patterning is really cool, but I think it's that yellow, that stark yellow, really pops out at you. I haven't even seen, like, what is this like a color thing? I've never seen them that yellow before. I've seen the ones where they have a little bit more red on them. Black-headed pythons, those are cool. I think we've oh, this is a Vietnamese. Okay. So that's Mandarin, and then this one would be Vietnamese. Oh no, Vietnamese man. I don't know. We are just really off track at this point. Let's wrap this bad boy up.
Bunch of hides, branches, and cork, and they're gonna love to hide in it just like that. Damn, I just fought that thing. Yeah.
What? I'm scared of these things, bro.
Yeah, I did carpet pythons. I had a jungle for a little bit. The issue was just, well, I don't really know what the issue was. It just, I was doing a couple of snakes, and I just decided snakes aren't for me. I'm more of a gecko guy, at least for right now. And I really needed to stop, like, putting my investments into, like, 18 different things and kind of focus in. So we ended up actually selling that jungle carpet python that we had. Very beautiful snake. Community is all right. It's a little. I think with jungle specifically, it's another thing than like regular, just a regular carpet python breeding. For the rat snakes. Oh, so you like the beauty snakes and stuff? The beauty snakes are very cool. The Taiwanese blue beauties, I want to say.
Oh,
They're fine, man. They're emperors.
San Francisco garters is another
Yeah,
great
sure.
choice.
All right, let's see if it'll climb up on me. We also keep some inverts, although they're not my favorites. They are pretty cool as well. Let's see. All right, come on, buddy.
Just pick it up by the tail.
All right, I'm just gonna do this. Come on. All right, there you go. There you go. Look at that. All right, guys. This is an emperor scorpion, and they are pretty freaky looking. Everybody tells me they're not gonna sting me and they're not gonna be mean to me. But they're definitely not my favorite. But we do have some of these guys here. We try to work with a lot of different species because we honestly just love so many different species of reptiles and animals in general. But with
Hot take that might get me under a little bit of hot water. I think Boland's pythons are a little, I think they're a little overrated. Okay, so we have, I believe if Boland's pythons were able to be successfully bred and they were more readily available at a lower cost, they would not be nearly as sought after as they are right now. But don't get me wrong, it's a beautiful snake. I think it's a little overhyped, I'm gonna be honest. Because I mean, okay, maybe I'm... There are definitely some differences, but I mean, if we're just talking about the overall of it, pretty fucking similar, right? I mean, rainbow snake, dark colored, white face. It's kind of, now you got a better pattern. I really enjoy the velvet look of the scales themselves, especially when you get to see one up close. I forget how big they get. They get fucking huge. I mean, like, very large snakes. You always see them at juvenile sizes, but I was able to check out some adults pretty recently, and I suppose the one thing I commented on was like, wow, I didn't realize that they got that big. Still cool. I just think they're a little overhyped, that's all. Purple hognose are pretty. I don't think so. Is that a thing? Purple?
that being said,
They
guys,
make
I
purple
hope
snakes
you
now?
enjoyed
Really?
Me freaking out about this thing. I hope
Oh,
you
is this the
enjoyed
end?
channel and the videos and everything. If you like the videos, make sure you subscribe. We're almost to 100,000.
Yeah, go subscribe to Tiki's Geckos. Let's get him to 100,000. That's really fucking cool. I don't know why I'm reading the comments section. Have you ever been able to see an adult olive python? Yes, yeah, bleh. Yes. Adult olives are cool. Same thing. Olive. You don't see olive pythons very often. They're cool. I dig them. Oh, scrubs. We didn't even talk about scrub pythons. I mean, look at that, dude. Especially, I mean, that is just, it looks like it's this weird, like a paint job almost. Like, that thing, it looks like the pattern was airbrushed onto that snake. I know there's, like, different types of scrubs, but it looks like we're really only seeing one variety over here. A little bit of a rare thing. I remember I really wanted to get into scrub pythons for some fucking reason. But that was something that I did a lot of research on the scrubs just because I thought they were cool. They're huge, and I hear they generally have great personalities. I'd go as far... Oh my god, hang on. Have you ever been able to see an adult olive python? You can't beat a retic for a python for looks, but my fave snakes are gaboons and eyelash vipers. If we go into hot, I mean, we'll go into hot too. That's just, I mean, now we're going down a real rabbit hole. We're already down a real rabbit hole. Oh, okay, lavender. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think of lavender. I mean, I'm thinking purple snake. I'm thinking of a purple fucking snake, not lavender. You know, two different things in my opinion. I go as far as saying that they are a cooler scrub pythons than bolins. I'd go as far as saying they are a cooler scrub python than Insularis blue, yeah, I mean, you can't beat the Insularis. That's just really hard. They're huge. They're huge, and I hear they generally have great purpose. I found you because Tiki is, hey, there you go. Tree boas are cool. You know what is overrated? Crested geckos. That's a ban. Automatic ban. We don't talk crap about honestly, man, I'm really into the Amazon tree boas. That's a project I really would like starting. I really want to get into the Halloweens are really fucking cool. They start out like this as babies, and they usually get like, where's a good, well, maybe they don't have one. I haven't really seen the garden phases. Garden phases are cool. I mean, dude, look at that snake. Look at that color, bro. I mean, that is something. Tigers are also, I mean, that's pretty fucking cool, you gotta admit. Heads are a little bit, fucking fungus gnats, man, they just won't. You keep crested geckos and you keep Pangea in bins, and you're gonna just gonna have fungus gnats. That is the harsh reality. But Amazons are cool. I mean, emeralds are also cool. I just feel like, I don't know. I feel like I'd like to do something a little bit different. Amazons would be that for me. Truth is, I don't like big snakes. I like small snakes. Well, you really don't get much smaller. You know what? Gummy worm snake, the most beautiful. That's a tough one. Let's get a consensus on that. No, that's not how you spell it. Well, I mean, yeah, the Haribos, pretty nice. I mean, here now this is a purple snake, ladies and gentlemen. That's really what we're looking for. You might be onto something, actually. The lavender I saw was a very lavender. It was basically purple. No, I'm kidding, but a channel I like kind of talks crap about cresting. The issue with lavender hogs is that you can rarely appreciate the actual color through pictures of videos. Exactly. Let's get noodle neck. Alright, how long have we been going? We've been on this for, yeah, hour and a half. I think that's standing eye. I think he wants some food. I think he's probably just about ready to eat. I'm also actually ready to eat. I have not eaten a meal today. So this is where we're gonna wrap it up, boys and girls. Thank you so much for coming down to another live stream. Big shout out to those winners. Like I mentioned, if you for some reason missed it at the beginning and now you're here at the end, DM me on Instagram and or send me an email. All that stuff is down there in the description. But awesome stuff. Thank you guys so much. Did you hear about the blue Amazon basin tree boa that got sold for 400,000? Hey, 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 hey. Oh, fuck, did I spell emerald wrong? My God. Oh, that changed. Okay, hang on. Maybe we need to get a little bit more. Blue Amazon basin tree boa. Yeah, I don't know, man. I mean, I did not hear about that. So we got any images? Is it this? Oh, this is pretty fucking cool. Oh, it's fucking Twitter. I don't have a Twitter. I don't see any info on it either. Is this a hybrid? Because that's kind of what I thought at the beginning. This looks very hybridized. It doesn't look like a true Amazon. I mean, that thing is fucking cool. That's nice. But I'm not seeing an actual... I don't know. I did not hear about that. Oh, here it is. Found it, guys. Damn. I think they got it for a steal at 400K. That is pretty nice right there. I mean, I figured if we're not going to see it on the first couple, it's not going to be down here and the going further and further down. Oh. Yeah, I don't know. I'm also not in the snake world, and I'm not in, go even further, I'm not in the tree boa world. So maybe that's just something that that passed me. If you find anything on it, send me a link. I'd like to know more about it. But oh, that's fucking cool. You see that when that color shift starts going, so they start out red. That's wacky. That's cool. All right, boys and girls, that's it. Again, thank you guys so much. 3 pages down. 3 pages down. The rest of the results might not be what I'm looking for, though. That is the... did I miss it? Is that what you're trying to tell me? Hang on, hang on. I don't know, man. Yeah, because all this is just... No, I swear to God, God damn it. I'm leaving. Thank you guys so much. Until the next one, I will see you guys later. Yeah, fucking rickrolled over here. Jesus Christ.